All right, everybody. I think we're live. I just sent out the link for my normal Monday night guests. Probably need to send it to Michael Kaler. Grizzly Crazy, how are you? I'm tired, man. So anyway, we are live. Sorry, my phone just rang with one of my Patreon members on it. So anyway, so Monday night late night gun chat. It's all about what you guys want to chat about. I wanted to start with talking about Lisa Murkowski and her comments this week. It's all over the Firearm Policy Center. See if I can bring it up on Instagram, I think, but see who I yeah, I just emailed it to John or Phaser, but I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's Lisa Murkowski, a Rhino Republican from Alaska. They have greater killing capacity. That's not true. An AR-15 versus a 7mm Magnum does not have greater killing capacity. Okay, every bullet doesn't necessarily kill, but a 7 mag, if they're lined up right, I could kill 5, 7 people at a time with a shot. That's wrong. It's morally wrong. Mike Robinson, what's up? All is well. Dan O'Neill says it's good. Baby Hulk, how you doing? Tony Dowell, I guess it's Dowell. That's how I say it, right? What's up, Chuck? Good to see you. Good to see there's a few people out there. And Monday Night Gun Chat, you guys know what it is. We talk about what you want to talk about. Lisa Murkowski, I can't run myself. Brownies for my fat. Form my fat. It looks like brownies for my fat or form my fat. Chuck, Chumley Moobs. Heidi ho, Chuck. I feel like that name, Chumley Moobs, just talking about my man boobs right now. Time to open the country up. Yeah, well, it should have never been shut down. It should have been, we recommend you wear a face mask when you go outside and you take less hours as a business. Recommendation, not there. Scott Leaper's here. Gary Cook. I'm probably saying that name wrong. Gary Kayouet or Kowet. I'm sure it's doing well. Hello, Gary. How you doing? So appreciate everybody being here. Again, this is just a Monday night gun chat. But so I can't run against Lisa Murkowski. So I'm going to do everything in my power to get her out of here in the next election. I'm going to do video after video of what she's done and based on her record, and then I'm going to send that out. She might have been right about Kavanaugh. I know she, voted with the Democrats on Kavanaugh, but with Kavanaugh siding with the Democrats today in the Supreme Court, she might have been right. Kavanaugh has serious Fourth Amendment issues, which means he's probably for red flag laws, illegal search and seizure. So he probably would vote for red flag laws, not against. So essentially, Kavanaugh is, he's a little weird. I give Lisa Murkowski that one, but, to say what she said about guns today, yeah. Christopher Niakok, good to see you, man. I hope I didn't screw up that name too bad. The Gun Snob, what's up? Gun Snob, you want a link to jump in here, you can. Let me know on Instagram or something. How about that Buffalo Bore 9mm outdoorsman? Have you tested that little bucker? Yes, except that the video footage was bad and I never aired the video. I was tested it out of my Smith & Wesson. I wanted to say it was going in the 1300s no, it was a 147 grain. So I want to say it was going, I don't remember what it was going. Good stuff. I would love to. I'm in bed. I got to work tomorrow. Good. That's good. Yeah, it had a crazy amount of penetration. It really did. I think I shot it through skeet birds that I have lined up on that board of nails, like in my early channel, how many skeet birds will it go through. And I think it went through like 40 something, not mistaken, which is about as much as 10mm Full Metal Jacket did. Grizzly Crazy is just sitting in his back, outside his backyard, smoking a cigar. Yeah, here it's really nice. It's 8 o'clock. It looks like it's 5:30 p.m. because of the sun. It's awesome. Moscow, Idaho. Yep, that bearskin looks cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Chook made fun of me because of baby bear, and it's not a big bear, but it's actually bigger than his. There's the official tag on it from the Game Fishing Game. But it's pretty cool. It's got a nice blonde color. Hoping to go back and get another one someday up there. That was doing it the hard way. Carpet everybody. What's up, y'all? Listen. Hey, what's up, Carpet everybody? So, hope everybody's doing all right. but this is just what y'all want to talk about. So yeah, the 9mm outdoorsman. I plan on doing a video out of the Beretta APX and the Smith & Wesson 2.0. I don't really want to do a video out of my Glocks. My very first channel my very first video on the channel for the night was the 9mm outdoorsman. It's can you shoot a hard cast lead in the Glock? And it was a stupid video. I filmed it at a public range where there's all sorts of shooting in the background, and you couldn't even really see it. But in a Glock, the lead fouled up so bad it actually had vertical strings going diagonal across the barrel. Okay, well, not necessarily vertical, but like diagonal slanted strings of lead going across the barrel. And I fired 12 shots. 12. So is what it is. So definitely something you want to consider. Let me send the link out to Michael Kaler here. But it might be a solo chat because it's so much later. The reason why it was later is Cabela's was opening back up, and I was pulling shit behind the gun counter. So here your governor is planning on starting opening up with Alaska. Yeah. So a lot of things started opening back up today. Cabela's is opening up with limited hours. We closed at 7. I think we opened at 10 or something like that. So took forever. We walked into a brand new computer system. Love from Big Lake. Okay, good to see. Have you ever used those KCI jumps for Glocks? If so, it was reliable. Drum magazines are so notorious for being unreliable, even in like Tommy guns and everything else. Even guns that were supposed to have drum magazines, that just stick with Glock stick mags. The only thing I found that's reliable for Glock mags is Glock mags. So I would never use a KCI. There's nothing wrong with a 33 round stick mag, man. And I'd rather, for the price of the KCI being like 50, 60 bucks, you can buy 2 stick mags, have the same amount of ammo, or a little bit more actually, and have 100% reliability. Drums, you got to, spin and tension the spring correctly. And some of them work if you do that. So, yeah, but Scott Lieber, you're right. We are opening it up. So it was primarily the Chief Justice who didn't want to make a decision. Yes, that is correct, but Kavanaugh sided with them to not make a decision. All right, so basically the Supreme Court didn't do their job today. If you didn't see the Guns and Gadgets video on the Second Amendment, but the Supreme Court declined to hear the New York case because New York had already changed their law because they knew they were going to get it if they didn't. So the Supreme Court still should have heard the case, or they declined to rule. And I think they actually heard the arguments. They didn't do that. Sorry I'm late. My internet is kind of acting up tonight. Yeah, that's what happens out there in Toke, man. But yeah, so Dan O'Neill says WTF. Yeah, so that's what happened. So very hope to get my order of ammo shipped to me here in California. I made the order before this day on the ammo background ban. I haven't received any cancellations from Classic Firearms. Okay, good. What'd you order, David? I hope you get it too. If not, you can send it this way. Actually, to be honest with you, David, we can't order it on the internet either in Alaska because it has to go to an exporter first and then come to an importer. So it has to be exported and imported out of Washington State. And so that's that. Glock 100 round beta mag drum. If you get the actual beta mag, it does that. Kavanaugh favors hearing another case. Yeah, he does, but what's he going to do in that case? I just don't trust him. He's a lot like Trump. I just don't trust him. He's better than the alternative, but I just don't trust him. So 500 rounds of 223. There you go. That'll be enough to get you out of your house during a skirmish. So it is what it is. So I was reading an article one time. A guy in Chile had his AR-15, had a permit. They experienced some social discord or social distress, right? And he was just firing looters and rioters everywhere. He was just firing over people's heads to keep them away from their houses. Out of his 2,000 rounds of ammo, he was down 500 in a weekend. So I don't know if that's true or not. It was just an article I read a long time ago. So make sure you order, 500 can go really quick, especially if it's just practice or planking ammo. So that's that. Grizzly Crazy says they work very good in my Glock 9mm 100 round. American Fitness, what's up? Sorry, a little late tonight. Scott Lieber says Biden Harris. That's a good possibility. Biden and Harris running on the same ticket. Yeah, I mean, the truth is the Democrats are going to pull all the minority anyway. So because minorities don't think for themselves, they believe what they're told. I hate to say that out loud. Some of them, not all of them. There's a lot of good minority people out there that don't do that. But even 82% of the election, electorate, it's been constant number. 82% of African Americans vote Democrat, and why not keep that by putting Kamala Harris on there? That would be awful. And to be honest with you, keeping the Senate and taking the House are more important than keeping the presidency. Because to be honest with you, when you have a divided presidency in Congress, that's the best thing. Nothing happens. Nothing big happens. And we saw that with the last few years of Trump's, and we saw that with Obama's divided. So nothing bad happens, except for more spending, because they do more spending. But I don't trust any of them. So, but yeah, but Biden and Harris, that's that. But anyway, we're here to talk about guns. I hate politics as much as I can. Biden ought to choose Murkowski. I mean, she's a Democrat. So, Rhino. She's a Rhino, Chief Rhino. So, she dropped out early for a reason. Sucks. Yeah, there is that. So, anyway. Looks like this is going to be the solo chat you wanted, Grizzly Crazy. Nobody can make it, so. The only time the Republicans are pro-gun is when the Dems are in control. Yeah, that's when they're pro-balanced budget, too. Notice how they passed the balanced budget amendment like 27 times when Obama was in office, when what's-her-name from Minnesota that was helping lead the Congress, and then nothing. We've spent ourselves into stupidity already. Yeah. Our great-grandchildren are going to pay off our stimulus check. Great-great-great-grandchildren. How's your search for a longer barrel for the Glock 32? Another YouTube channel said he was going to send me one, and I haven't heard back from him. Ghost Tactical, what's up, man? What's up, Ghost Tactical? You want a link to get in here, or is it too late for you, Ghost Tactical? Let me know. Want to get a good American-made AK. Any suggestions? I'm not an AK guy. I don't really know. I would buy one of the parts kits from the akguy.com, Brandon Herrera's, to be honest with you. The parts kits are made overseas, but he puts them together. So you're still employing Americans. He makes really good ones. So, who makes a good 10mm round for deer? Underwood. 155 grain XTP is where I would go. Maybe 180 grain XTP. But yeah, that's the way I would do a 10mm round for deer. So, getting ready to hit the hay, bro. Yeah, I figured it's if you're on the East Coast, it's past midnight. I have an AR-47. Cool. So like what was before the Mutant? Yeah. So, how important do you consider a chrome line barrel? If it's a crap hits the fan gun, yeah, get a chrome line barrel. Get it, that way you don't have any issues there with the reliability and all that kind of stuff. But as far as like if it's a target gun or a hunting gun, yeah, no, not necessarily. I never had any issues with reliability out of my J2 distributing kit 20-inch, and it was a non-chrome lined H-bar, and that thing could shoot better than I could. My best group was .277 inches, 3-shot group at 100 yards, edge to edge. So the edge to edge, it was the size of a .270 bullet, .277 inches. I wish I still had a picture of that somewhere, but I couldn't find it. You listen to Jared at Guns and Gadgets? Yes, I do. Who doesn't listen to Jared at Guns and Gadgets? So. Ghost Tactical, I know you're hitting the hay, so thanks for stopping by, man. And thanks again for your clip in the song. The song I thought was funny, and a lot of people thought it was funny. So, playing his AR guitar, 10mm is the best millimeter for me. So anyway, that's how important it is. What's going on with the guide services? I have no idea. What is going on with the guide services? Not a clue. I wish I knew, and I will try to do something there. Figure out what it is. I'm pretty sure that the original hunker down order, as they called it, your business was open if it supported hunting or fishing, unless it was Cabela's, because the mayor closed that anyway. But if it was it supports hunting or fishing, your business could stay open. But so that's that. Or their horses up there. The BLM has some cheap Mustangs for anyone that has the time and the ability to train or break them. You can buy a healthy Mustang for $30. Perfect horses for the bush and backcountry. Yeah, there's a lot of people that use horses up here. It just gets really cold. Let's see. This person whose name I cannot pronounce, MNBVD. What barrel do you use for 1 in 7, 1 in 8, or 1 in 9? I've used 1 in 9 in the past. Everything now I have is a 1 in 7, and that is simply because I want to load the 70 grain tip TSX and try it out on caribou at some point during my hunting career up here. So that's what I would recommend is 1 in 7 for here. If you're just going to shoot 55 grain, 1 in 9 is okay. If you're going to experiment throughout a bunch of grains, 1 in 8 is okay. But a 1 in 7 will do anything. You can shoot 55 grain, you can shoot 78, 77 grain, 80 grains, and the 85 grains are probably a little long still. So you might be at to single feed those through a 223 wild chamber. But that's that. Yeah. So I use 1 in 7. I plan on shooting, like I said, shooting a caribou. And the main reason why I got it, because before the last election, I decided to build an AR because I didn't have any, and now I have 4, right? Anyway, I built one because I thought Clinton would probably be elected, and so I built me a 20-inch, and Palmetto State had it, and it was a 1 in 7, and I preferred 1 in 7 for up here because I was thinking, 77 grain or 70 grain tipped TSX for caribou. But right now we're shooting the 60 grain TSX, not the tipped, and it's doing great. So I need to do a penetration test on that. But Jason, do you think the 357 SIG hype is done? And the answer is no. I think it's always had its cult following. I think people like it better. A lot of people want to see a 10 millimeter versus 357 SIG video, and I've got one filmed that has all 5 calibers: 9 millimeter, 44, 357 SIG, 45, and 10 millimeter. I've got one filmed, but I haven't got it yet. When we were shooting the Liberty Defense and all the real light grains, somebody donated this to the channel, so that one's going to be coming out in a few weeks, and so I have 357 SIG in that as well. So hopefully we'll do that in the next few weeks. So no, I don't think the 357 SIG hype is done. 10 millimeter, like 180 grain. My G20 shoots 175 grain silver tips. Very good. The last game I always had those silver tips in. I need to try those. So let me know what you think, Dan. Michael Mason, it's my first time here from Los Angeles, California. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Glad, thanks for stopping by. This is just late night gun chat, and we're just talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. Scott Leeper just picked up my 629 5-inch classic and laid away as Smith & Wesson 686 4-inch. Nice. I shot a 629 5-inch classic, and I got one video on the channel. A friend let me borrow it, and I'm telling you, man, they're awesome. That's that. So Carpet Everybody is talking about AR guitar. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that was Ghost Tactical in my song, 10 millimeter song that I did. I'm hoping most people thought that was funny. Some people thought it was stupid, but it is what it is. So howdy Blitz. I reloaded for 223. Tell me what your formula was. I used to load 55 grain VMAX at 27.7 or 27.6 grains of BLC2. What's that say? Wow, it's legal for 223 for deer in Alaska. The only caliber restriction in Alaska is you're not allowed to use rimfire on bear. That's the only caliber restriction. So AK all day. Nope. Sorry, I'm an AR guy. I like accuracy. I like a gun that's going to put minute of angle. When I see an AK that will shoot a minute of angle at 100 yards consistently, granted, it has to be the right ammo. I don't expect it to shoot Tula a minute at angle, but there you go. Let's see. Just got an email saying the mayor just allowed Cabela's and such to reopen. Yeah, I was just working at Cabela's, actually. There's that. Let's see. Glad you were wrong about Clinton. Me too. Let's see. Hi, all. Very good, Mystic Guns. Magic Prepper. Hey, man, I'm glad I could drop in for a minute. Hey, good video the other day on 5.56 versus 3.08. Up here, we all said the ideal rifle. I think last week, John Fazer and Pat Realman of Genius and everything, if we had to pick one ideal rifle, it would be an AR-10. So, finally going to give in and buy me a 357 SIG in the next few weeks. Yeah. So, I'm looking for a 357 SIG barrel for a SIG P239. So if anybody finds one, let me know. Email me, bosscustommusicwriting@hotmail.com. That's for my other channel. I just answer everything on that. Yeah, I'm looking for one. But yeah, get your 357 SIG, man. It's awesome. Gun stop. Hey, let's see. Where I live, 223 is commonplace to hunt most animals. Christopher, tell us where you live. Are you from the bush in the village? Or are you still on the road system up here, or what? So let me know where you live, Christopher. I've heard that there's a lot of people in the Alaskan bush that hunt with a 223, a Mini 14, as a matter of fact, just because they like the reliability in the snow of that action. So let's see. Silver tips are for carry, close deer, not bear. Agreed. Definitely agree with that. Good, y'all are coming up with lots to talk about. Feel bad for the poor fellow that was going to try grizzly hunting with a 17 HMR. Somebody I heard last spring killed one with a 17 Remington, which is a lot more powerful as a centerfire than the 17 HMR. But they were out small game hunting for like wolf and coyote or something, and had to shoot one that was coming after his buddy from a den. And that kind of thing. It was weird. How would an M130-06 work out in Alaska? There's a bunch of them out here in Alaska. Let's see, certain native tribes were armed with them during World War II, and then certain ones were interned and moved, just like the Japanese were. It was awful. Yeah, several people love them. Chuk had one. He loved that gun. Scout scope on it and shoot 300-400 yards for caribou. Why not? So I use a Nosler Barnes Swift Sierra Game King. You use everything. Cal is just bad for guns. Yeah, the Caliban. Everybody wants to call it California. That's true, but I like the Caliban better. Here's a crazy showing off here. We got, which is all right, I would too. If I had this 6 AR-10 and 308, and I have a SIG P239 and 357 SIG. All right. Well, at least I'm not alone. I've thought about 357 SIG caliber for my kit, for my 320 I can't talk tonight. For my P320C, seems like it'd be a fun caliber. Yeah, it definitely does. So I've been thinking about, since I can't find a barrel for the 357 SIG in the SIG P239, you can find a barrel as an aftermarket barrel for it in the Shield 40 that I have. I've been thinking about that. So up north on the slope. Okay, so you live on the north slope, so a lot of people use 223 up there. Is that just because of military influence, or just what you can get? I know a lot of people in the in the Alaska bush off the road system use just whatever they can get. When they fly home with a box full of Alaska Airlines lets you carry 50 pounds of ammo. So, yep, they fly home with a thing of ammo. So, I'm an AR freak also, but my Molar VPR and 308 gets 1.5-inch groups in almost any bullet weight. That's not terrible. That's definitely not very terrible. Grizzly was killed by a 22 CB in Canada, hitting the temple by an old lady. Yeah, I've heard that before. Brass Tart, how you doing? Gene, how you doing? It's good to see you. Brownies and form my fat. Caliban, yep, Caliban. So I think I've caught up with the chat, so y'all need to keep going here. Anyway, Redneck Prepper, good to see you. It's good to see you. I got 37 people watching. That's really good for me. So hit the like button, guys, if you hadn't already, because that helps us with YouTube. Grizzly was following the lady, and she hid and waited for a side shot in the head. Nice. I think one of the stories here was a lady killed one in the 22 who the bear was on top of her, and she shot it, and she had trouble getting out from underneath it. Alaska One Andy, evening. Good evening. It's awesome, man. I like your YouTube picture here. So kind of matches my background. Those people know it's the last. Multi-drider. Oh, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts on getting guns in much less common calibers like 45 Gap or 38 Super for more panic-resistant calibers? 38 Super, yes, in Alaska. 45 Gap, no, because I haven't seen 45 Gap ammo. I know Cabela's doesn't carry 45 Gap, and Alaska Ammo might have a box one that's twice here in Alaska, but both of them carry 38 Super a lot. So I would say 38 Super would be one to get. I would even say, like, comparatively right now, 357 Mag and 38 Special wouldn't be bad to get. 44 Magnum, stuff like that. But I would definitely say 38 Super instead of 45 Gap. 460 Roland is still on the shelves in some places. So that's that. All right. What's your favorite pistol grip on a rifle length AR-15? I'm from Anchorage. I like the rubberized, I think it's the K2 Magpul grips. They have an insert where you can put stuff in there. I put batteries and cleaning patches and usually a rim oil patch that's in a little individual package. I just shove it all up in there. Sometimes, depending on the rifle, I'll put a bore snake up in there, and that's that. So that's that. Cool. Let's see. I wanted to go back up to Gene Strong. So let's see. There we are. Just got my smart carry holster today. I like it better than anything I've tried so far. Sucks being 5 feet tall for CC. LOL. So last week Jean asked about the her best thing for a short person, and I told her about the smart carry, and the smart carry is a lot like the Thunderwear, if you've seen that, but it works. I mean, it looks like a piece of underwear. You can carry it appendix style, and it just wraps around you, but I actually carry it on the side. And we just ordered one, Gene, right after I got off the chat last week, I ordered one for Courtney. They have the women's one, which I'm sure you saw, and hopefully that's good. So smart carry holster. I carried one back when I was a young PE. Actually, I didn't even teach PE at the time. I taught history, and I was running for miles that I hated teaching at the time because my school was terrible in Thomaston, Georgia, and I would run 6-7 miles a night trying to get ready for military service because I didn't want to go. But then I discovered I had celiac and asthma and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of put a nix on that. And I didn't want to go back into teaching. But I would run every night with my SIG P239 9mm in a smart carry. And I carried it in shorts. And I carried it on the side where I wasn't supposed to. It's supposed to be in the front. And it works really, really well. Christopher... So I like 308 Win, but a lot of people like it due to less meat damage. Most are 55 grain use. So most people are using 223 in the brush because of less meat damage. So seems very difficult to find any left-handed CRF or even push feed 338 or 375 bolt actions for a reasonable amount of money. Closest thing is a custom Weatherby Mark 300 or 340 Weatherby. Yeah, good luck, man. That's all I can say on that one. You're probably going to have to custom order that as well. All right, this is something I've tried to do. I can't get 45 or 450 SMC ammo. I ordered some when I went home to Georgia over Christmas, and I ordered it directly from Double Tap, and they weren't able to manufacture it and ship it in time. Underwood was. So Double Tap as a company sucks, in my opinion. Their ammo is very often overpowered on the box and doesn't even get close to it. So that's my story there. I want to do this video just MoFi, but I just can't get the ammo here in Alaska for 450 SMC. I guess I could probably get the brass and see if I could load some. Have my buddy who loads the 45 Super load some, but we'll see. Should be able to shoot them out of the same gun. So that's that. Here's a good point from the gun snob. Can you even find 45 gap when there isn't private buying? And the answer is no. It's the time. The custom Mark V is about $2,000. That's actually not bad. I mean, for what the gun is, it's not bad. Let's see, 44 is still in stock at all my stores. There you go. Still no 9mm. We had 9mm at Cabela's today. They had it at Alaska Ammo the other day too. That's where I bought that PMC. So if you haven't seen that PMC video, which I screwed up on, but I published it anyway. I might switch my main carry out just because I'm running out of 9. You know, if you can get other ammo to practice with, you'll still be a good shot with your 9. I mean, if you practice with your 44 Magnum, because that's what you can get, you're still going to be able to shoot your 9 well. Is it going to be as great as if you shot 1,000 rounds a week out of your 9? No. But you should still be able to do that. Getting ready for a mountain lion hunt and gray wolf hunt coming up. Oh, cool. Let me know how that. See, I got the black woman's one. Fits nice and comfy. Yeah, that's what we got for Courtney on the smart carry. But we don't know how it's going to fit with pregnancy right now. So she'll really like it. Yeah, but she's got the pregnant belly right now, so that's that. Only thing I find the shells right now easily are 17 HMR, 12 gauge birdshot, and 44 mag. There you go, Blitz. That's the reason to diversify calibers. Everybody should own a 12 gauge birdshot. I think everybody should own a 44 mag if you go out in the woods. I mean, because 44 mag is infinitely better than 10mm, except in follow-up shots and shot placement for me. But that's just me right now. 10mm is on the way. All right. 10mm is the best millimeter for me and you. So there we go. Tell us what you got, Christian Nelson. Tell us what you got. What is it? A 1911 Glock, SIG, whatever, Springfield. All right. They are very close. Talking about the 450 SMC and the 45 Super. I think the 450 SMC can get that a little bit better. Elk hunt coming. Hey, Grizzly Crazy, if you're in Idaho, can I fly down there and hunt elk with you? Is there any way? I've always wanted to hunt an elk. Is it a draw tag for out of state, or is there like a place where you could go where I could buy over the counter and you could take me? Even just killing a cow would be great for the meat. But it's just as expensive to do it here because I'd have to fly to Kodiak and hire a guide. And then I have to worry about Kodiak brown bears, or same thing on a Fognak and some of the islands down near the southeast, closer to Juneau. Same deal. I'd have to worry about big bears there, and I'd have to fly in. And they're not as big as the elk in the Midwest. For some reason, the elk are a little smaller here. So doesn't mean you can't get a nice one though, or a decent one. I'd be happy with a 5x5 or a 5x6 or something. Anyway, should be okay on the side. Cool. That's good to know. Elk hunt is my 308 Norma Magnum. There you go. That is a great caliber if you're not familiar with it. 21 Epidemic and oddball calibers of Kings. Yeah, very good. Okay, Christian Nelson says Glock 20. Yeah, we just got a bunch of them in stock at the Cabela's, so there we go. In bear country with the 44 and 10mm backup. But that's what I had the last year when I encountered that black bear. For those of you that don't know, I had a black bear. Mag and I were walking in Kincaid Park, which is the park in Anchorage on the coast and not up towards the mountains over here. So the coast is that way, which is west right now, and that's east. That's where the mountains are and most of the big bears and stuff and everything. Well, we were on the coast and we encountered a black bear on the trail. I knew there was a den in the area that I'd seen from previous years, right on the trail, and she had cubs, and I stood there and took pictures because I didn't want to run away or walk off. And as soon as I turned around to walk off, she started trotting a little bit, and then she started trotting a little faster. So I just grabbed one gun, and it was the 29, and I just fired into the ground because she was still 20, 25 yards away, and it scared her. So we did that. But then I put the 29 away and pulled out the 44, the 2.5-inch Ruger, because I was not going to be bear food. All right. Let's see. code word is safe, so make sure when the government speaks, you listen for that. It is about control. Yep, absolutely. Yes, 338 Federal and 35 Remington are available, and are they liked in Alaska? 338 Federal AR-10 would be the most perfect gun for Alaska bear defense, in my opinion, other than maybe a 4570 SBL. It'd be a toss-up between those two. It's available. Is it well liked? No, because 338 Federal is not available in anything factory. Most Alaskans are like anybody else. We're not super rich. We're not going to go build a custom gun in 338 Federal. So that's that. 35 Remington, I haven't seen a gun on the shelf. I don't know a lot of people that have it, but people like it. The ammo's on the shelf, so you can find that. Been practicing my bugling. I and my friends think I'm good, but considering the fact that I live in Ohio, most friends don't have any experience with elk. I've seen plenty in the Tetons and Beartooths. Cool. Let me know if you can take me elk hunting. I want to go. All I want to do is fly down there, pay for the tag, and shoot an elk. Probably use my 7 Rim mag or my 338 Win mag. All right. 44 Magnum has dropped everything when loaded correctly. A 330 grain hard cast, gas checked in the right place, takes care of things. Yes, it does. 305 grain, 330 grain, 340 grain. Yeah. Even the 255 grain hard cast, the Elmer Keith gas check bullet is great. So that's that. 5-inch tall than the 300 Win Mag. Grizzly Crazy, I'm not sure what you mean, and you might have to rephrase that. But 308 Win Mag is taller and longer than the 300 Win Mag. That's right. So, all right, LBT. What does LBT mean? You're gonna have to tell me. I'm not always up to date on the acronyms, so sorry about that. So anyway, there was some 9mm back on the shelf, and it's good to see some of that at Cabela's. So might be able to practice. Might be able to get enough to practice in a few weeks. Be able to practice more. That's one thing I want Courtney and I to do before baby, is so she practices more. She actually got to the point where at 7 yards, she was keeping most of them in the bullseye the other night. But she just recoils the gun down and left her sideways a lot too. So we gotta remember that. So there is that. So it's a good thing to see that there was that. But is what it is. It's there. So Dan, you got to tell me what LBT means. Okay, there we go. What is LBT? Lead bullet tech. Makes a good 255 grain 44 bullet wide flat nose. All right. Have a model 329 PD that is light for a 44 Magnum. Hope 500 grips help though. Yeah. It's 44 mag recoil really that bad? And MT allows residents to own handguns at 18 instead of 21. So when I move to start guiding, I'm going to choose the between 44 mag and 10mm. Guide school requires a handgun. So 44 Magnum is not that bad. In a longer, heavier handgun, a Ruger Super Red Hawk 5-inch, a Toklat, that kind of thing. I'm a 10mm guy. It's a lot less recoil, and follow-up shots are easy to make and recover from the recoil. And if you're used to shooting like a 9mm, you can throw a 10mm in your hands, and the mechanics aren't that different. So just saying, there's that. The correct answer is both. You want a big 44 Magnum on your chest and like a Glock 29 in your back pocket, just so you know. That's that. When I was shooting 9mm, I always pulled my last shot down into the right. So there's that. Yep. Bunch of 9mm at Alaska Tactical and WEKA. What's WEKA? God, I should probably know this. Sorry, my wife just came home, so happy about that. With my bodyguard, I can group all of them. Hey, there you go. If you shoot your bodyguard better, there you go. Shoot what you can shoot most accurately. When I was at my country home in Kenai, I went elk hunt on Afognak and got a big elk and brown bear. I was with one of my buddies. He lived on Kodiak Island. Oh, cool. I'm a school teacher. I'm a school teacher. I teach PE and health and that kind of thing. So, school is in northwestern Montana, so the highest concentration of grizz in the lower 48 would be good to carry a big bore handgun while my client is bow hunting elk. Yeah. The truth is whatever you shoot better. People have killed grizzlies and polar bears, and the Russian police have done it all the time. Polar bear with 9mm, you just got to make a right shot. And so it's really about what you shoot best, American Fitness. I want you to think about that. If you're guiding, you need to carry a 45-70 because you're talking about close range, short range, quick shots, or maybe like a 338 Federal AR-10 or something like that. But 45-70 is the guide gun, of choice most places. So, and if you decided you want to help guide in Canada, you can't carry a handgun. So, you want the 45-70, trust me. But then you want also for your backup, you want to have I would recommend the best one on the market is a 454 Ruger Toklat. That's what I would recommend. Chuk has one on his channel. I would absolutely recommend that as the best bear gun for a big bore revolver. 44 Magnum in the Ruger Toklat is not a bad idea either. So that's that. Let's see. Buffalo Moor makes a 260 grain copper solid flat point for dangerous game. That'll penetrate straight. Yeah. I did the 10mm version of that, which is a 190 grain, and it does really well. But Chuk and I actually did a penetration test this past Saturday, and it'll air next Saturday. And Underwood Extreme Penetrators actually beat it out, believe it or not. We'll skip that. I don't think Gene Strong is that. Cast Performance makes LBT style bullets, wide flat nose. It's like the most common of 340 or grain of 44. Very good. 2.6 ring solid copper is a 44 Magnum load from Buffalo Boar. Yep. I rifle and bow hunt and have a Savage Model 99 and 338 Federal. Oh, cool. That's a cool idea. And, well, I started in my Henry 45-70 with some HSM bear loads, so I'm covered for that department. Very good. I don't recommend the HSMs. They say they're plus P, but when I chronographed them, they were, instead of being at like 1900 for a 405 grain, they were at like 1540. So they were at non-plus P standards, but supposedly said plus P on the box. So like typical, HSM is loading weak. I would not trust HSM loads for anything. Their 44 mags, actually, they're strongest for the caliber. I keep Underwood Extreme Penetrators in my 45-70. They're the Buffalo Boar hard cast or copper solid or stuff like that. It's good choice. I don't recommend HSM bear loads because they're a 405 grain at 1500. They're barely better than like a 454 Casull, which is a 300 grain going a lot faster. So you might want to think about that. They're barely better than like a 500 Magnum or 460 or something like that. So that's that. 35 Wheeling versus 338 Win Mag. If I can find a 35 Wheeling to shoot, I will do that video. That is a great video suggestion. Don't forget to keep reminding me in the comments because I have to find one to shoot. That would be awesome. Let me know what you want to shoot through. You want the dinner plate and water jugs? Or you want like ballistic gel? Or you want ribs and newspapers? Let me know what you think there. Which do you prefer, bolt guns? Push feed or controlled ground feed? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have a preference. I grab a bolt gun. I expect it to work. Both of them work pretty well. So somebody else in the comments can probably answer that one better than me. So that's that. I work as a teacher too, an art teacher, but we're trying to work for Midwest USA and Columbia, Missouri, near me where I live. Cool. Can you tell them to quit supporting the NRA? Golly, the NRA betrays our rights so much that I won't order from them because of the NRA roundup at the end. Like I just can't stand that. Like it's like they want to make their money off of being pro NRA, and the NRA, it's like start donating to Gun Owners of America or Firearms Policy Center or the Second Amendment Foundation. These people are actually putting real cases up in front of the Supreme Court. So instead of fighting their advertising agency. So sorry about that. That's a little rant. Midway USA is great other than that. So, and other than the fact they charge an extra $10 to ship here. So I've been ordering from Brownells lately. Although Midway USA's website is so much easier to use than Brownells, but is what it is. So, but yeah, good luck in that. So hope you're able to do both. I hope you're able to like pull a shift here or there at Midway USA, get a discount, and still teach art. What's up, Hoosier Archer? Man, it's been forever since I've seen you. Hope you're doing well. I have a Nosler custom rifle and 35 wheel and 26-inch barrel. Well, dang. When you come up here, let's go. Let's see. The Real Gunsmith says control feed round is the best at Chumley Mooms. All I can say, Jeffrey, is ask for your money back on the NRA. When the president of the NRA comes out in support of red flag laws and has a video about it, you need your money back. Which I got to get my money back too. I have a 5-year membership I got a few years ago. So I'm a hypocrite. All right. John Fazer, have a good night, man. Okay, so the Real Gunsmith says controlled round feed is the best at Chumley Moves. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have to educate myself more on that. But do that. Wheeled and Well Arms, what's going on? Been working third shift. Do you think hobbies number 9 would make great aftershave? You try it and let me know. Just kidding. Don't try it. So, yeah. But I am glad you supported the GOA. So I'm glad you're supporting both. So I don't mean to go on a tangent about you, but I would recommend not supporting the NRA right now. The only way the NRA is going to change is when we pull our funding. That's the only way they're going to change. Red flag laws eliminate due process protection. Yeah, red flag laws are not a Second Amendment issue to me. They're a Fifth Amendment issue to me. You didn't get a right to stand before your accusers in a speedy trial. And you didn't get a search warrant to search your house and find evidence. So, yeah, they're a Fourth and Fifth Amendment issue to me before they're a Second Amendment. They're also a First Amendment issue because you could say something in jest or in joke, or like one of the veterans who got an 80-year-old veteran got his guns taken away because he talked about the war and the waitress heard the wrong thing. There's that story that went around a few weeks ago. So, yeah, red flag laws violate your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, your Fifth Amendment. If you want to be technical about it, your Eighth Amendment and your 14th Amendment. So red flag laws are unconstitutional all the way around, and they're awful. And when the president of the NRA comes out with a video saying, we like risk protection orders, they're a good solution, NRA's got to go. Sorry. It's just the way I feel about it. So don't mean to jump on you, but personally, but yeah, I would cancel my membership if I were you. So, okay, cool. Let's see, GOA rocks. NRA has been crap after Heston. They were crap before Heston. I mean, they helped write the compromises into the 1994 crime bill or the assault weapons ban. They helped write the Hughes Amendment. They were complicit in the NFA and the 1968 Gun Control Act. So, yeah. Preaching to the choir, I'm a constitutional conservative. There you go. Me too. I mean, I would say I'm a libertarian constitutional conservative, but, whatever. Liberal conservative. All right. Have a good night, carpet, everybody. All right. Been drinking. Okay. Good luck. Hope you're not do that. The guy got killed in MD over being reported by family member. You guys can read the screen. Yeah, we know that story. So, not the NRA, just that NRA officer. No, the whole NRA. They're corrupt. The whole board of commissioners. They want to their idea is to make money for themselves. And then Wayne LaPierre, the executive vice president, who has all the real power anyway. So there's that. Yeah, and here's the thing. What has the NRA done? When we had the House, the Senate, and the presidency, did we get constitutional carry? Did we get the Hearing Protection Act? Did we get the NFA repealed? No. Did we fight back against California? Did we get lawsuits against California? No. Who's been doing that? Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Center, Second Amendment Foundation. They've been doing that. They're all in on that. That's where your money needs to go. The NRA stands for not real activists. I mean, let's just be honest, okay? Okay, cool. Ask for a refund on your lifetime membership. I'm telling you, take that money and spend it in the GOA. Libertarian Constitutional Patriot. I agree, me too. Yeah, this is NRA, controlled opposition. It's like when I'm pass blocking in football, and your offensive lineman, you're pass blocking, you're trying to give up that ground as little bit as possible, whereas running the ball down their throats are going to win the game every time if you can do it. So, agreed. I have a 460V and it's a fine platform for 454 Casull with a 5-inch muzzle brake. Yeah, I bet that's awesome. I actually have a friend who lets me shoot that on the channel sometimes, so I might have to try that. So NRA belongs to Bloomberg. That'd be an interesting, like, if you could tie the money back to them, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. I don't know for a fact that's true, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit. You got Alaska One Andy, if you've got a link, I'll make you a moderator and let you put that in the chat. Let me make you a moderator. Hold 1 second here. Okay, so you're a moderator now. Well, let's get some other moderators, since I haven't been doing that very much lately. Who wants a wrench? Give out some wrenches here. So, yeah. Give out some wrenches. There we are. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, but once you pay for a lifetime endowed, either one, you don't pay for their magazines. Rock me, man. I'll cover you. Okay, Redneck Prepper, I gotcha. So, yep. I'll ask one Andy. Put that in the put that link to where you found that NRA belongs to Bloomberg in the thing. Yep, Jeffrey Locke, you're welcome. So, now we got some moderators in here. So when I give out a wrench, does it automatically make you a wrench for next time? Like, I don't know. Like, so anyway. So any more questions, gun related questions? You rock. No, you guys do. Y'all absolutely rock. I don't rock. I seen that opera drinking song thing I wrote, remember? I'm not a rock and roll. I love rock and roll though. Like, I can play a little bit of rhythm guitar, being Nirvana. Fresh Fowler, what's up? All right, I've got to go to sleep. See you later. Have a good one. The Gun Snob, man, thanks for staying up. Hope you're not on the East Coast because it's like 1:20 a.m. there. Bring on the trolls. Doing great. Wrenchless. Sorry, Gary. All right. I'm easy. I'll give anybody a wrench that asks. So. Okay. So Brownies form my fat says they're a moderator for all live streams. Gun Snob, you're in Oklahoma. Yeah, still late there. So that's what, Central Time or Mountain? No, that's Central. So yeah. It's 12:20 a.m. Fresh Fowler, just getting off work, brother. Good. All right. Blitz says later, Snob. What's my opinion of 357 SIG? That was the last question I got for Gun Acres. Let's see. As long as it's not loaded over pressure like 40 is, it's a great cartridge. I think it's naturally a little bit more accurate of a cartridge just because of the tapered thing. When I shoot two guns that are exactly the same in 357 SIG and 40, I shoot the 357 SIG more accurately. Um, so Q James is on the East Coast, man. It's late there. Baby Hope, good night. So, all right. So let's see. All right, Jeffrey Locke, have a good night, man. Got to hang up the laundry before it cools down. Yep. Got to keep the missus happy. Good night, Baby Hulk. Baby Hulk. GOF says the ATF blocking NICS checks for 3 days plus is legit. Gene, you can put a link to that information there too. I need a chest carry Alaskan guide style for a 357 and good leather ones, not that high. Oh, if you want a good leather holster, you're going to spend money. Just in case holsters is going to be the best, 200 something bucks. Double D holsters, diamond D holsters here in Alaska are leather. Going to be right under 180, 190, somewhere in there. Yeah, I need a chest carry holster. To be honest with you, for my GP 100, I just got a Kydex GS holster systems for 80 bucks. But I bought a used GP 100 that was already at Bluing wear, so I wasn't really worried about it. Safari Land might have a good rig. To be honest with you, I would look at the Kenai Gunfighters, Kenai chest rig, Gunfighters Inc. So I would look at that. So just what I would do. Good night, Baby Hulk. Have a good night. So, but yeah, finding one is there. So going back to the 357 SIG, yeah, good caliber, very fast. If you can get like extreme penetrators and extreme defenders for it, it's going to shoot very fast. The extreme defender penetrates really well, but also is going like 21 or 2200 feet per second in the 60 grain that I tested. So that's that. Grizzly Crazy, how do you like that Kenai chest holster? I know they're really, really nice, really good. The GS holsters I just got because it's half the price, and it works. So my wife has been carrying the GS holsters this past year. So that cool. Thank you. I'll take a look. Yeah. The only thing about Kydex, like the Kenai chest holster from Gunfighters Inc. and the GS holsters, the only thing about Kydex is you are going to wear your gun. Kydex wears guns. So, yeah. Net running slow. It seems to be the thing there. So, love the 357. I have a Glock 31, 33, and a SIG P39, 239. If you know where I can get an extra barrel for a SIG P239, 357 SIG, please let me know. Huh. Oh, good question, Q James. Yes, there are discipline problems with students. Are they anything like the over 48? Yeah, sometimes. My school in particular is better than most. We do the conscious discipline program, so it does a good job overall. Well, you still always have that one or two kids that just don't have a good home life, and they bring it to school or whatever excuse we want to make for them not choosing the right thing to do. So that's that. Overall, I don't feel unsafe for many kids at my school personally. So that's that. Yeah, fresh out. The Galco also makes a good one. Let me know if you want some caribou recipes. Sure, but remember I have food allergies, really bad food allergies. No gluten, dairy, soy, corn, pork, beans, asparagus, a few others, pea or bean protein. So there's that. So Gene Strong, this is the link. I don't know why it didn't pop it up in a. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so on the YouTube side over here, not in the StreamYard, it's a link you can get on that. FBI halting gun sales. Right there, the Western Journal. I like them. So thanks, Gene Strong, for sharing that. So we'll do that. Let's see. And I emailed GOA to verify, coming back with a response to my email. All right. Barstow or Fire Dragon? I guess you're talking about barrels for Barstow. I'd go with Barstow. Or are you talking about SIG P239 barrels? Maybe that's M. Gabriel. Let me know what you're talking about there. Be pretty good. All right. Kydex from Contact seem to be a bit easier than double layer Kydex. Okay. About your stock and how to, yeah. No, I do not pack at work at school. I love my job too much and don't have one in the car. Have all the ammo out of the car from when I went shooting that weekend. No, I don't pack it. I don't pack at school. What if I was legally allowed to? I don't. I do have plans to put like a bulletproof shield together with some AR-500 armor, but that's that. So I meant to put a question mark at the end of my remark regarding Bloomberg. Sorry. Yeah, okay. It still wouldn't surprise me. P239. I know they make P226 barrels. Okay. So we're looking at any herbs or spices on my on my food allergies. Not that I know of. Extreme ghost peppers and stuff like that I shouldn't have, but I still do. So that's that. All right, man. Have a good one. I know it's late night. Have a good one, Fresh Flower. All right. We do here in AR. We do what? Oh, are you packing at work as teachers? And do you need a head football coach? I'm just saying. Then it could be Arkansas ballistics. You know, Alaskan ballistics, Arkansas ballistics, whatever. I actually talked to a guy from Mississippi when my job here was in jeopardy because of budget cuts, and like called him. He's like, "Oh, I thought you were in Arkansas." I'm like, "I don't want a principal that doesn't know the difference between AR and AK. I don't want to work for that guy. He's a nut." So, yep, okay. Oh, okay. So that's the Gun Owners America response that Gene Strong got. Gene, you really ought to start putting all this on the web yourself and getting that information out there. I mean, I know Guns and Gadgets does a lot, but you know he can't do it all by himself. So, we have ticks down here. No fun. Yeah, I've pulled them out of strange places on my body before. Okay, that's all I'll say about that. Sorry, wiping my face. I did wash my hands really good after I got home from Bella, and my arms and my face. Washed it all. I was wearing a mask the whole time because I can't come down with that COVID stuff. Because if I come home with COVID-19, I have to be quarantined away from my baby that's due in a few months, and then my wife catches it. She has to be quarantined away from a newborn. And I'm pretty sure I would get shot for that. So I got to make sure I'm taking all the precautions necessary. What do you think of the 22 TCM9 ammo? You're talking about the 22 TCM that they make. I think it's interesting. I've seen the gun. I've held one of the 1911s that you could do both 9mm and 22 TCM in, and that's that. So I've held it, but I've never shot that. Do we have ticks in AK? I thought we did not. No, we do not. Okay, I think they were talking about Arkansas back down there. So AR and AK, I have the same problem. Yeah, some people don't know their state abbreviations. think I can say almost all of my state abbreviations and almost all of my state capitals. There's a few of them I wouldn't know. I don't know New Hampshire state capital, but I know the abbreviation's NH off the top of my head. I think everything else I can say. Vermont is Montpelier. Other than that, drinking enough bleach, you will not die of corona. No, but you'll die of bleach poisoning. Have you tested the Black Rambo ammo? Nope. I can't get everything that you can in lower 48 because it has to be imported, exported. So, is what it is. Any 40 caliber and up at 1,200 feet per second are what interests me. You'll want a bullet in the 155 grain range then. 165 isn't going to quite get you there. 165 will get you high 10s to mid 11s, but you want 155 grain to 135 grain to get up in those 1,200 feet per second. I think the extreme penetrators that Underwood loads are 140 grain, and that's what they're rated at is 1,200 feet per second. And then 1,500 feet per second in a 10 millimeter. So that's why 10 millimeter is the best millimeter for me. But I did a bunch of 40 cal shooting this weekend for testing. We did HST versus Gold Dot in the 180 grain, and I think around 1050 is the best we were getting. So I did. My buddy bought a 229, so we had 229. So we had a 3.9 inch barrel, 3.7 inch barrel, 3.6 inch barrel of the 239. And the 3.1 inch barrel of the 40 Shield. So we did a lot of 40 caliber testing. Okay. 357 SIG loads you recommend for a trail pistol? Extreme penetrators, or the Buffalo or the Underwood hard cast that they make, the coated hard cast. That's that. Yeah, start putting stuff on your local 2A page. If you have 2A Facebook page or something like that, make sure y'all are doing that. So is what it is. 41 Magnum is a legitimate caliber. It can do bear defense. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually more powerful than 10 millimeter. So do you home load? All right. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the 44 Magnum. I don't know if they mismeasured it when they named the caliber, but it's actually a 429 bullet. 40 cal is no good, only breaks guns. Yeah, I would say it's high pressures and tolerances there. My Glock 23 blew up when I was 20 years old. I had a Glock 23 that my dad bought for me. You know how that works, but from a friend, and it blew up when I was shooting it. I was literally teaching this hot girl from church, hey, Glocks are the best gun, and then it blew up. So that's that. So 10 millimeter is the best millimeter. Other than like 8 millimeter Mauser and 7 millimeter Remington Magnum, yeah. 10 millimeter absolutely destroys 9 millimeter as far as its and 45 and 40 and 357 SIG, and as far as its amount of energy it puts out for its thing. So yeah, 10 millimeter is the best millimeter unless you're shooting on a budget. But no, I made that little 10 millimeter is the best millimeter for me song just for fun. If you like 9 millimeter, I shoot 9 millimeter. I carry 9 millimeter. So that's that. Southwest AK has ticks, and they're on their way here. Oh, God. That's crazy. Lord. Alaska One Andy, appreciate it, man. They're doing that. Some reloaders on YouTube are claiming 10 millimeter ballistics out of a 40. Yeah, they're going to blow their guns up. That's what happens. Me too. Q James, 165 grain HST is what is in my 40 calibers right now. That was the first thing I tested on my 40 calibers when I got them and put them on the channel and the video on the channel, and that's what stayed in them. I tested a few other rounds that just did not do a great job. The Winchester PDX-1 and the 40 absolutely stunk. So, yeah. Good, Grizzly Crazy. How big was he? Let us know. I wish you could put a picture in the chat, but you can't. Let's see. 10 millimeter in a 40 running 40 Smith & Wesson 10 millimeter can ruin the extractor. Okay, that's good to know. Millimeter Auto King. 40 millimeter is the best millimeter. All right, I give you that. You're right. What about Glock 45 AGP or okay, 45 Gap? I would stay away from it, Rachel. It's just hard to find the ammo. It's less powerful than a 45 ACP, less powerful than a 40, less powerful than a 9mm as far as kinetic energy is concerned. Penetration issues, hard to find. You don't get that many rounds in the magazine for the size gun. It was basically it was a solution looking for a problem. So I would stay away from it. However, if it's the only thing you can get on your shelf, if your local gun store has like 80 boxes of it on the shelf, and you just want to practice shooting until your 9mm gets back in stock, yeah, why not? I'm not going to say it's bad for everybody. I'm just going to say I wouldn't do it. Number 19. A daily carry a 29 SF loaded with Underwood 180 grain, semi-jacketed hollow points. How about you? I carry the Underwood 155 grain XT piece for a daily carry. And then if I'm going into the bare woods, I switch out the magazine, and I have Buffalo Boar, most dangerous game, and extreme penetrators mixed in for that. So, Gizzard Gary, how's it going? Good to see you. All right, 10mm auto and double stacking a 1911 type semi-auto. Yeah, they're awesome. Except the problem with a double stack 1911 is to get a good one, you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're hit or miss on the Rock Island Armory. So many people have had issues with those. Don't see a lot of 9mm Super anymore, or 9mm IMI. A lot of people are doing 9x23 Dillon, which you have to convert a 10mm size gun to, though. So go visit Gene Strong's Facebook group there. And let's see. Alaskan for the Second Amendment link above. Yeah, if you're in Alaska, there's also there's a lot of groups out there. AlaskaGunRights.org is out. So make sure you go check out that. That's the one I've been doing all the petitions for. So anyway, we've gone about an hour and 12 minutes. Are there any more gun questions we want to talk about? Gun questions? Have a CZ40B and keep it as a collection piece because the flat tips seem to load slow. Any suggestions? If you hand load, I would hand load some round tips in there, but that's that. PDX1 155 grain, 65 grain, consistently penetrated 60 inches, which I thought was right there with Federal HST. Yeah, that would sound good. In my redneck penetration test, they literally, at least not in the short barrel 357 SIG and M&P field shorty, or M&P shield 40, and they just did not go. I shooting them through clothing, ribs, and a watermelon or cantaloupe, and then into water jugs behind that. And it literally went through the ribs. One of them went through the ribs and into the cantaloupe and stopped. It didn't even make it to the water jugs. It was awful. So that's that. Yep. Yeah. If you're in Alaska, go to AlaskaGunRights.org and make sure you're signing everything there. That's that. Springfield XD40. Yeah, it's a good gun. It's a good gun. Springfield XDs are good guns. Can't beat a TC contender. No, but I would want to hunt with multiple rounds in Alaska. I don't want to hunt with a single shot rifle. I've done it before. I used to have a single shot 45-70. I had hunted once with Chook. I killed the biggest whitetail in my life when I lived in Georgia with that gun. I actually traded a broken upper, AR-15 upper, that wouldn't shoot very well because the guy boarded out to take wolf ammo in the chamber. Boarded out the chamber, so it shot like 6 inches at 100 yards, like an AK. And I traded it for I took half a gun that didn't work for a whole gun that did. That's the way I see it. So use my 329 for urban carry with 44 special honey badgers, and for rural predators of 260 grain dangerous game or 300 grain and up hard cast loads. Cool. I need to do a video on that 260 grain dangerous game. I'll try to get that out this summer. my videos. I got 10 videos to edit and at least 10 or 12 boxes of ammo, if not more than that, to actually shoot in videos. So talking about that, VT Concern Center, what testing videos are in the future? So I'm doing 4 different types of ammo, 10 millimeter chronograph with Chuk. He's doing the penetration and I'm doing the chronograph, and that's coming out Saturday morning. Next week, I am going to put out 9 versus 40 versus 357 SIG versus 10 millimeter versus 45 Liberty Defense ammo. So I got the box right here, but so the Liberty Defense ammo, this stuff right here, the real light bullet, real lightweight bullet. You know, it was donated to the channel, so I'm not going to badmouth it too badly, but to me, it's more of a fun ammo than it is a self-defense ammo. But if you were like in an airplane or something where people were worried about over-penetration, maybe that's what you carry. My buddy who went with me the other day and had the 355 P365 XL in the PMC video, he let me borrow a Desert Eagle. So we did 2 different rounds out of a Desert Eagle. It was an L6 with a 6-inch barrel, but a compensated barrel for the 5-inch. I won't tell you what kind of velocity it got, but that's that. So that's that. Definitely going to be some interesting videos coming up. I've got 40 HST versus Spirit Gold Dot. I've got Spirit Gold Dot G2s and a P229. All sorts of things to come up. I've got Beretta APX with 124 grain American Gunner plus P. I've got Beretta APX with Federal Guard Dog. I've got the SIG P365 XL with Federal Guard Dog coming out. Yeah. So that's that. Any fishing videos this year? Hopefully. I've tried to film a fishing video every time I've gone to the Russian and been successful last year. And it's just I get backed up with all the other videos to edit that I forget to edit it. Forget to pull everything off of it because it's so much video. It's like there's so much you got to do because you don't want to sit there for the 15 casts. You didn't get one and then get one. And when you get one, you forgot to turn it on, on the GoPro. So is frangible ammo a thing in handguns? Yes. The answer is yes. This stuff is frangible ammo, this Liberty Defense. The core base of it keeps going, but the phalanges of the hollow points just shroud out. They don't make it 3 or 4 inches, maybe 5 at the most, and then you have this little base of a hollow point. It looks like a watch battery that keeps going, maybe 8 to 10 inches, 12 inches the most. So there is that. Titanium can pit and erode in the face of a cylinder, so that is why I switched it out. Has little weight and stainless steel. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can believe that for sure. Yeah, keep cantaloupes in my vest for protection and attention. You'll get some attention, all right. Not sure it's the kind you want though. Yeah, and let's see. I watch a lot of outdoor Alaska TV shows, and I've never seen a snake. Do you have snakes in AK? No. Someone saw a gardener snake on Facebook once. No, we do not have snakes in Alaska. We got to deal with bears, but not snakes. I have 45 HCP Spirit Gold Dot 230 grain plus P. I cannot find the 230 grain plus P in the stores. I can find the 200 grain plus P, but not the 230 grain plus P. So I wanted to tell you I own the Ruger 5.7 and say it's much better than the FN 5.7. I agree completely. The Ruger, I agree that both guns are a range toy in my opinion. I don't see the point in hunting with them. You lose a lot of velocity from that 10.5-inch barrel. Paul Harrell did a video on that. So there is that. So it makes that. Oh, it's the G2. Yeah, I've done a video on the G2 with Glock 30 versus Glock 21 video on the G2 stuff. So yeah, make sure you check that out. So we did that. Fishing is hard videos. Yes, it is. There aren't any snakes here. Yep, that's right, Rachel. I will take bears over snakes. Yeah, any day. At least bears are pretty. Snakes look out, obviously bad. I want to see you test the 260 grain dangerous game load. I look forward to seeing your test. Cool. Only thing I got to shoot it out of right now is the 2.5 inch Ruger. I could try to borrow my friend's 629 Classic if you want me to. Is it such a heavy load that you can't shoot it out of a Smith? I think not. I think you can, but so yeah, can't buy ammo off the computer, Chook. Yeah, I know I can't either. All right, let's see. Man, you guys are really talking up the chat tonight. This is awesome. Maybe I should do it by myself more often. Buffalo bore 220 grain, 10 millimeter, and heavy lead 44s are LBT type bullets. LBT is the mold maker. Cool. Yeah, I've got the Buffalo bore 220 grain hard cast to test. Got 2 boxes of it, as a matter of fact, and I plan on making it go against 357 Magnum. So we're going to do some 357 Magnum versus 10 millimeter hard cast videos coming up in a while. So it'll be a part 1 with the Buffalo bore ammo and a part 2 with the Underwood, or vice versa. I haven't filmed them yet. Hoping to film them in the next few weeks. Probably film them around mid-May. And there we go. Remington, I need to look. If I get a chance to shoot these, I'd like to get the 185 grain plus P's for the 45. But definitely is hard time. So, okay, you can shoot out of a Smith & Wesson, as I do my 329 PD. Yeah, and the 329 PD, I understand. 5.7 T6Ps go through 3A body armor, not a range toy. That's true, but not all the rounds from a 5.7, and not always from a pistol. They lose a lot of velocity. So certain ones do from a pistol, like you said, but it loses so much velocity that even if it goes through the body armor, is it going to put the person down? That's the question. It's not transferring the energy like a big bullet transfers energy. Big bullets transfer energy better than small bullets do, because small bullets do it by exploding their energy instead of poking right through. And so big bullets do it by their mass comes in the body and stays in the body longer. But you're right. There's a good part of it that can penetrate body armor. So, all right. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Yep, you're right. If you're in the East Coast, I can't believe you're still up. You must be non-essential. So, but you're essential to me. I think you're all essential. VT Concerned Citizen, have a good night, man. Testing 10 millimeter fighter shot. I know it's weak, but 10 millimeter is still very effective. I tested the HSTs, but not the Hydra Shock. I haven't seen any. When I see some, I'll remember to get some just for you, Multi-Drider, because you support the channel a lot. Well, keep it up. I'm going to bed. Thanks to you all. Jeffrey Ott, thanks for commenting on all my videos, and thanks for coming in and everything. So appreciate it. Have a good night, man. I got steel cord 7.62 by 25 ammo and need a better gun than the T33 to go with it. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with con block guns. But yeah, that's a penetrator right there. If you want, I think that's a better choice, honestly, than 5.7 myself. But that's that. Oh, you're on the East Coast too, man. Would be in bed, but fell asleep in my chair earlier. Just woke up a few minutes ago. Well, you timed it right. Then you can go back to bed after we're done in a few minutes. Shot my Glock Gen 17 Gen 1 today. Cool. But it was still awesome. Bears are also less likely to kill you than snakes are. Yeah, I can agree with that. Bears are more scared of you than you are of them. Snakes they are too, but they're more aggressive for territory, whereas bears are more, let's not encounter each other if we don't have to. China makes a SIG 226 in 7.62 by 25 called the P762. Oh, that'd be cool to see. Just don't get coronavirus when you rack the slide. Make sure you use some good disinfectant oil on it, some rim oil or some break free or some Hoppy's number 9 for disinfecting. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's good. All right, guys. It's been an hour and 24 minutes. Great chat tonight. Hit the thumbs up button. We are on Patreon. We are going to get a subscribe star started, and that's just so I can keep the channel going when we have the baby, so I don't have to spend all my money there. So y'all have a good night. Great chat. Love everybody in the chat. And I'm glad everybody was here to chat tonight, and just late night gun chat. So God bless. Take care. We will see you at the range.